Hey guys, it's Andre. I guess I really wanted to talk about my bad spirits in this video, but I just had the epiphany, like, why dwell on them? You know what I mean? Like, well, if it will help you guys, and of course, like, I would love to tell you about it. But it's like, why give them that power that they've just been these beings that can, tear me down at any time? You know what I mean? When it's like when it worked together, you know what I mean, to on a common goal, like take me down, then that's when I feel kind of like at my lowest. But like sometimes like they're broken up and they're not as, I guess, nested, you can call it, if you want to call it that. They're not nesting. So, my power starts to come back and I have more control over my mind. I have like this one spirit, he's supposed to be my ancestor. But he was actually almost one of the first ones in my head, and he didn't agree with my way of living like in the past, and you know what I mean. But I was a completely different person when he met me. You know what I mean. I felt I went into like my schizophrenic state like naturally, and like everything just happened like just perfectly. You know what I mean. Everything aligned itself together that just showed me I was about to go on a different path. And that I had a countdown. But of course, like I didn't completely realize that until months after I was already schizophrenic. Because at that time, my mind was like in shambles. Like I just like I couldn't think straight. They were always talking all the time, so it was like I really didn't get to put together like my story like I wanted to. And even to this day, I still really can't put together my story like I want to. I feel like I would find a spiritual answer to release me from this cage that I'm in. I mean, I feel like I'm caged, for my potential. It's like I feel like I like things are like coming in front of me, showing me like, things that I can possibly have in my future, and I'm ready to embark on those things. I'm ready to live. I'm ready to feel free again. You know, and it's just like, I guess like one thing I have to say to like all my schizophrenics is like willpower. That is something that you need. You know what I mean? Like you need to work on it. You need to write about it. You know what I mean? You need to like put that into your life because the spirits being in us, like they're like they have a better influence over us. And like, we end up doing things we don't want to do. Like for instance, when I talked about my first video when I cut myself, like I think a spirit just gave me the intention to do it, and I ran downstairs and did it right away. You know what I mean? Like it felt like when I did it, my mind came back to me, and I grabbed a rag and like held it over my arm. I was kicking things because I was just so upset that I cut myself, and I don't know. It's like they shouldn't have that much influence over us. I guess like it wouldn't be, a hardship if they didn't, but we can actually start to, do things to help us, advance, things that would help us grow. Because if we had spirits, like if we had real spirit guides, then I feel like we will heal at a better capacity than most people. You know what I mean? We should be able to, have this freedom, but it's like, and you would feel like you have an advice like on the way. Those are the kind of spirit guides I would have loved to have in my life. But it's just like since they started, they were all super shady. You know what I mean? That was like their natural, personalities. And they like, and then I had a lot of like my good spirits, like, they grew to love me. And like, I guess like my like Carlita, I have a spirit, her name is Carlita. She's like one that like came from the beginning. Maybe like she's been here for almost 3 years, I think. And she took on the congregation a lot. Like that's what we call the bad spirits in my head, the congregation. And we took them on a lot, and like just nonstop fighting, calling each other out, telling them what kind of people they are, like I mean, like everything. And she's like one of the biggest because she has so much power. She came in using power. Nobody knew how to use power, but Carlita knew. You know what I mean? She was like congregation, and like she just threw all of the congregation out of my head, or like with just one move. That's how powerful she was, or is, I should say. Um, but they like I guess like I don't know what's happening to their power lately. They seem not to be using it as much. And I don't know if that's because like I've started to like listen to silence, more than listen to my music. But I don't know, like maybe just like the music is like their little crutch to help them. But I would love to train them to come out when there's silence in my head, because I like to listen for answers like coming in at me. You know what I mean? Like I just like I probably say like a lot and don't even know, because when I think about the past, it's like everything is starting to come back to me a little slower. So I say like a lot and like and like. So let me just like I guess talk slower or something so I can kind of get myself together. Um, but I guess you can say the bad spirits have made me stronger. You know what I mean? They, maybe like I don't feel weak because like I look in my past and they like show me weak moments that I had. And I'm like, that's not me. That's not me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm stronger than that. I know I can be stronger than that. And it's just like they do it in a shady way, of course. You know what I mean? So it's like I have to take away what I want to take away from it, because it's like they're not trying to teach me lessons. Lessons can be learned from them, but they might not be teaching you the lessons that you need to learn. So that's why I advise all my schizophrenics to listen for answers, pray. You know what I mean? Stay connected to the source. You know what I mean? Do good things that's going to like help nourish your soul and help put love into your heart. You know what I mean? Like love is like the universal answer for everything. Everything. So just showing your spirits love can like heal them, and like I guess like I don't show them love, but I'm just as shady as them, if not shadier. And like they respect shade, so they come like on my side. So it's like it's a bad way to get them on my side, but maybe I can maybe I can help, put love in their hearts too, to where they can change a more of a permanently or more permanent solution. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm just like tearing down the leaders right now. And then these like the backup, we gotta call them backup bitches, but I call them the backup bitches. They can learn a little bit of something, learn something from what we're trying to accomplish, and maybe give them more of a purpose, because that's their problems. They don't have a purpose besides throwing shade. So that's what they're gonna do. I gotta sneeze. It's not coming out though. I don't know if it's my allergies or what. But hold on. um, but I guess I guess that's enough about the evil spirits. I guess I can talk about. I'm writing this mental health book on schizophrenia, actually. Um, like I kind of have it set up to where I'm not necessarily telling somebody how to live their life, but well, I guess I'm trying to incorporate, like patience and lessons and challenges and support system and just different things that they can use to help heal themselves at a quicker pace. You know what I mean? Because like the time is there for us to heal. You know what I mean? So if you want to try to heal quicker than the normal, or like if you want to try to heal quicker, then that's what these are for. So if you guys like would love to like hear me talk about a topic, or see me like write something in a book, like like a different, just I don't know, then like just give me ideas, and like I'll like do my research, and like not from only from the internet, but from personal experience. That's where most of my knowledge is going to come from. Just things that I have done that have helped me grow, from that initial, Andre. you know and like I guess like also what I also want to tell my schizophrenics too is that there's a lot of people that hear voices, like mediums, psychics, shamans. You know what I mean? So you need to look at different outlets of like ways this could have came from. You know what I mean? Like you could just be getting your psychic powers, clear audience is what they call it. And you can really be garnering yourself to be a powerful psychic. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of people might not believe in psychic abilities, or and that's just because they haven't experienced them yet. You know what I mean? It's all about that belief and like, and it's all natural. It's there for us. It's already in our brain. It's already in our body. These are all gifts, like part of our evolution that we're going to start experiencing when we as progress, in humanity, I guess. Like, everybody's so disconnected from the source and just, the world, and everything is like has gone to where we're just thinking about money all the time, and like money is just makes the world go around. You know what I mean? But like, who says we're supposed to even be working? You know what I mean? Like, is that the way that we were, like, that what we were made for, to work, spend most of our time behind the desk? You know what I mean? Like, like, I'm pretty sure from the beginning of time they were exploring, they were discovering, you know what I mean? Like, they were doing all these like things, like, I don't know, for it's, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not supposed to be working. I'm supposed to be healing. I'm supposed to be, you know, talking to different people, making, like, connections, and like helping one another, make us understand things that, we don't know. I don't know. But I'm outside in my backyard. I used to go to like this little park area to make videos, but it was really hot today. It was like 90 degrees, and it was like the sun is all over the place. Um, but yeah, I've been getting stronger. I feel like maybe like a test that I've been shown, like, or that I had to like overcome, like, was there for me, and like, and when I did the right thing, like, I got some of my power back. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't have my full mind, and like I'm getting tested, so it's harder for me to be aware of the test. It's harder for me to, you know, accomplish, uh, love bugs. Um, it's hard for me to, I guess, figure out what the lesson is right away. And like, and I feel like my mind will come back, like, as the voices start to trail out of my head. You know what I mean? But now it's like there's so much energy, like, in my mind and in my body, that it has me, I don't know, like, it has my mind like supernaturally warped. Cause it's like now I'm starting to like be able to communicate with the spirits better, but I have noticed that it's getting away of my external, like, friends and family. It's hard for me to hold a conversation with them. You know what I mean? So it's like I get to communicate better with the spirits, but not with humans. You know what I mean? And that's where I want to be. I want to be mindful. I want to be on the outside. I want to, you know what I mean? It's just like when you go through like troubling things like this, you just realize how grateful you are for everything. Things that you wouldn't even like think about before, like, to, to care about. And it's just, I don't know. I just, I'm grateful that I've got to experience, being in the unknown, you know what I mean? Having power, you know what I mean? Having, more love than I could think of. It's just like, it's, it's starting to get peaceful almost. You know what I mean? Like, I can smile just for nothing. Like, what I mean? I just catch myself like, like, why am I so happy right now? And like I said, and when I do get happy like that, that's when the voices try to tear me down, the bad voices, because they don't want to see me happy. They don't want to see any of us happy. That's how they are. You know what I mean? And then, like, and we are their lesson. You know what I mean? For them to grow and for them to advance to a higher state of wherever they currently are. You know what I mean? Because they're in our heads, they're not in heaven. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't necessarily trust these spirits, even if they are say that your spirit guides. You have to really be careful. You need to test the spirits, make sure that they're good for you. Because if they're trying to tell you what to do and take control of your life, then that's not somebody you should be communicating with. Try to ignore that as much as possible. Um, cause like, and I guess like back to maybe the shaman thing. Like, I feel like maybe schizophrenic should go visit some shamans and just learn the different things that, in that culture. You know what I mean? It might help you be able to understand yourself better, and like where you come from and where your gift comes from. You know what I mean? What does that mean? Like, you've been given a gift. It looks like a curse. It feels like a curse, but I promise you, it is not a curse. It is there to help you. And I can say like not. They say like not all shamans make it, And like, so you need to fight like hell to make it, don't give yourself over to the voices at all, because like I've done it and it's not something that I would ever want to do again. And I don't want any of you to experience the pain and struggle, that one has to go through like with these voices. You know what I mean? I want somebody to look at my videos and my songs and my book and right away be able to discern if these spirits are, good for you. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I guess that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. If y'all are having bad spirits out there, then I would really suggest loving them. Mine are just so super shady that like I had to prove my that I have a greater presence than them. You know what I mean? Like my soul is bigger than theirs. I had to basically not put them in their place, but basically show them who's in control. You know what I mean? And like get some organization to my mind. But if you have good spirits, if you have good spirit guys, and you are lucky, you are blessed. You know what I mean? Like you like just know how much power you have. Like you need to be creative with your spirit guys. You know what I mean? Get their message out that they want to share to other people like you or anybody who's dealing with mental illness. Just follow this path. You know what I mean? You have to be smart. You have to be clever. Pay attention to your signs because they're everywhere for us. They're everywhere. I used to live in synchronicity. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Like I just like knew something was gonna happen. I was just telling my grandma today when I had put in my first clock in my bedroom when I was back at Huntsville, Texas. I I had a clock in my room, and when I put the battery in it, I just like that's counting down to something. You know what I mean? Like I just knew something was gonna happen. But okay, let me stop talking now. um, I'm gonna put my Instagram and maybe I don't know if I should put my Facebook. Maybe I don't know, but I'll put my Instagram in the link. I guess you can say, and the description box. I'll put my link in the description box, and like you guys can follow me. I'll follow you back, and like we can be on a journey together. You can see, the different things I want to create. I guess, and what message I want to share to people who need help, people who are struggling. You know what I mean? I would suggest if you got your voices under control, you need to help others now. You know what I mean? You need to, and I feel like that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? I feel like if I can heal myself, then maybe I can start healing other people. I do like things like with my grandma, like like healing her legs and like like just like working with energy work, being a Reiki healer, you know, and she says like she does, like she like moves around, dance around on it. She's like it really does feel better, So it's like I've been given this gift, like I need to use it to help those people who need it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.